County Sports Show. This morning we have the pleasure of spending some time with Hamilton Southeastern boys basketball coach Brian Satterfield. Brian, doesn't seem like you're going into the 17th season here with the Royals.
Yeah, I know. It's got here in '99 as an assistant with Coach Bullington, and then took over in 2001. Just been a pleasure to be here, and been a great community to work with, and just excited about that.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your team. I know that when you end the season in March, you're actually starting to plan the next season pretty quickly already. What goes into that planning process? And I know you have some time with the kids over the summer too.
Yeah, I mean, the first time is to get away and a little relax. Always that after you get that defeat, that first week or two, it's a little sorrow time. Just trying to get back and recoup. Then you got the end of the year stuff, and then as you start rolling into get ready about spring break time, trying to roll in, start thinking about the next year, putting those calendars together. And then the biggest thing is just getting guys out, opportunity. Biggest thing is trying to play with each other, start building some chemistry. And then as you roll into June, that's when we can actually get out there and do a little bit with the players. I think that for us as coaches, that's more exciting for us because we get out there and do the teaching and that type of stuff. And just trying to get a feel. I mean, putting guys in different situations, letting different combination of guys play, going to different places. This past summer we went to IU, we went to Xavier, did our little shootout here that they always have here in Indy. And this year we actually hosted, was part of one of the host schools along with Carmel and Warren Central. So I mean, from that standpoint, I mean, we got an opportunity to get out there and play and do some things. And then you roll into the fall. We don't have everybody because some of those guys playing the fall sports, and that's one thing that we always promote is that multi-sport athlete, and it's definitely benefited us with some of the great athletes that we've had that come through here. But we get in there and get a chance for the biggest things, working on the conditioning, and especially we always talk about the weight room in the off season, and we just get ready as we roll in here into November.
What did you learn about the team over the summer?
I think the biggest thing was we graduated 7 seniors, and I mean they were a great group and great leaders. Always led by example. One of probably the hardest working groups outside of what we were doing. They were gym rats. They would always come in and spend time doing that type of stuff. But I think this year it was graduating so many guys. It was trying to get that chemistry amongst them. And early on, I think it was a little bit of a struggle just because you had a different influx of people. Some guys can go into different positions. Guys having to step up and be leaders. And then other guys just stepping in, trying to get comfortable and get a feel for what's there. And you got so many open positions. Guys are trying to figure out, trying to get a feel where they're fitting in and that type of stuff. But I will say this especially in the fall. In the summer, we were still trying to get a feel for things and a little concerned in terms of that type of stuff, in terms of leadership. But I tell you what, this fall was tremendous. We had guys really step up. Nick Bowman was one of them. But it was everybody. I mean, we were out there conditioning on the track. There's some guys that struggled a little bit at times, but we had guys picking them up, doing the little things that not only caring about themselves, but caring about each other. And anytime you have that, you feel good about the things that you start rolling into a season.
It's got to make it tough for you as a coach to replace 7 departing seniors. How has that process gone so far through the summer and the fall?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a challenge. I mean, anytime you got 7 seniors, you got 1 to play on the all-star team. We got 4 guys that are playing at the next level. And I give a little shout out. I mean, I know Zach's playing there at Ball State, and they had a big win at Indiana State. Jack Davidson, Connor Rodman, I saw where they played last night and won. Jack had, I think, 35 points, and Connor had 15. So, I mean, some good things from the guys that graduated. But at the same time, you try to replace those guys. And we even had some guys that probably could have played it that chose not to. So replacing that talent's the tough thing. But I think the biggest thing is trying to get that chemistry. And the thing that we really think that the value right now is the chemistry amongst the guys seems to be pretty good. Anytime you got good chemistry, you got a chance to do something.
Well, I've seen the team twice so far this year. Once, obviously, the scrimmage, and then the game last week. And it appears as though that chemistry is pretty well there.
Yeah, I mean, from what it was on the court, I mean, the biggest thing is we keep trying to talk about make that extra pass, one more, play unselfish. And I think they have caught into that. it was great to see in that first game. I mean, our highest scorer only had 15 points, and we had a lot of guys step in that got in and scored. But there was great balance. Anytime you have great balance, it makes it a little bit tougher for teams trying to defend.
Who are some of the new players coming up that'll be playing varsity for you this year?
Well, two starters that are coming back, Noah Smith and Eric Etherington. Those guys both were sophomores last year, stepping into more prominent roles this year as juniors. Of course, Noah's our point guard, one of our best defenders, and he takes care of the basketball and can see the floor so well. So we'll be looking for him from a leadership standpoint. And I think Aaron last year, he was one that sort of took a back seat, really tried to help us get the ball to Zach and understood, and his complete game got a lot better. And you can see that's right now. As he rolled into game one, I mean, I think it was like 13 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 steals. So you can see that complete game coming around for him. And then the two seniors that are starting for us, Nick Bowman, he's one that's really taken on that leadership role, trying to be he's one of the hardest workers that we have. But he can shoot the basketball, he likes to get out and defend, and just, I mean, there's not going to be too many times where he's not going to win some type of conditioning drill. And that's one of the things that he loves and challenges. And anytime your leader does that, you're always excited about that. And then Chaz Birchfield will be the other senior that starts. He's one that was our 6th man last year, coming off the bench. The thing is, I think his game has really taken a step in the right direction, because he's really, like, get inside and use his body. I think the weight room has really helped him out. But he's got that ability to step inside, and he's helped with his outside game as well.
Of course, everybody always asks me about Maychuk and just how he's coming along. And you know, he was a freshman last year. Saw a little bit of varsity time, but mainly JV, and it looked like he maybe bulked up and did a little weight training over the summer.
Yeah, I mean, he's up to 7'2", he's about 220 now, so yeah, he'll be our 5th starter. And the biggest thing for him is he's gotten better. The physicality doesn't affect him as much. He still needs to get better at it, and it's one thing that he just keeps working on. But his ability to be able to get out there and defend, he's getting better with his footwork. He still needs to improve. But you can tell, especially when he's got the ball in the post, being able to make good decisions, but also being able to make a move and finish, which is good. And then the 6th man this year, another sophomore, Chris Grubb. He would happen to be our leading scorer in game 1. But the thing that we really like about what he can do, he plays at both ends of the floor. But the physicality that he likes to play with, when he drives the basket, he's not afraid of the contact. He gets to 2 feet, able to score or get contact and drop out.
How about some new faces this year? What have we got coming into the team?
We got 2 seniors, Josh Fugate and Dalen Hooks. Both of those guys have been with the program and hopefully can bring something to us. We got some sophomores that are going to be there. We have Bradley Beeman, Cole Hornbuckle, both that have come in and given us some minutes as well. And then Miller, he's one that's sort of a junior for us that comes in and does a lot of the dirty work. He knows where he's going to be, he knows his role, and he continues to do all the things that we have there.
Let's talk just a little bit about your schedule. You've got 21 games, of course, actually more than that with tournaments and stuff, but of those 21 games, 7 of those games come against top 25 ranked and Sagarin ranked teams. How do you think you're going to match up against those teams?
Well, I mean, we got one of the toughest sections, so I mean, playing against that competition is going to be a great challenge for us, but it also helps us get ready for the postseason. And as we roll into it, we got one big challenge this week. Number 2, Fort Wayne North. The thing is, for Avon, we really don't know what they've got on Friday. That being the first game. What then for Saturday? I mean, so we got a challenge Friday night and turn around and have to take on number 2 ranked team. A player that's pretty good. So I think the biggest thing for that is we got to make sure that any type of quality comes, we got to make sure that we stay focused, we play as a team, and have that play both ends. That's what we did in game 1.
How about the Hoosier Crossroad Conference? You know, a lot of people think that between it and the MIC, they're probably two of the toughest conferences in the state.
Yeah, I mean, the conference that we have, I mean, it has always been very challenging, and I know that some of the teams that are coming back, I know Zionsville, they beat Carmel in game 1. They've got a lot of guys back, so they're going to be another tough team. I know Brownsburg's got a lot of their key guys. I know they graduated two players, but they got a lot of their key guys back. I know those two will be the favorites, and we think that we've got a shot also to be right there in the conference. Again, we graduated a lot, but we do feel like we've got some good pieces, so that'll be challenging. And then some of the other teams, I know they've graduated quite a bit, and the biggest thing is as the season progresses, I'm sure they're all going to get better and have an opportunity to make a run of time as well.
One last question for you, Coach. In the years you've been coaching, the years you've played, either in high school, college, and back at the high school ranks, how have you seen the game change?
Oh, I think the biggest thing is especially now that Golden State, what they've done, the perimeter shot is probably one of the biggest things that has made a bigger impact on guys who are wanting to step out and shoot the three, spend more time on, especially the big guys. That's probably the big thing. You don't see quite as many guys getting inside and posting and trying to work through the post as much. And in terms of the screening action, some teams still do it. A lot of teams do it exchanges. And I think those are probably the biggest things. The defensive side of things, I mean, you try to mix things up and still play that about the same. Offensively, you've got your little schemes that you try to do, but just in terms of how you're trying to get that and how you're trying to spread the floor, that's probably the biggest difference.
That's Coach Brian Satterfield, head coach of the Hamilton Southeastern Royals. Coach, good luck for the season. And that'll do it for this special edition of the Hamilton County Sports Show. I'm Brad Silbert. Good day.